The 2017 concert in Melbourne was a night filled with energy and anticipation. Fans packed the arena, buzzing with excitement as they awaited the legendary Elton John to take the stage. Colorful lights danced across the crowd, and the sweet smell of popcorn wafted through the air. People chatted eagerly, their voices rising and falling like waves, sharing their favorite Elton songs and memories. As the lights dimmed, a hush fell over the crowd. The atmosphere became electric, with everyone eager for the show to begin. Suddenly, the stage lit up, and Elton appeared, dressed in his signature flamboyant style. The cheers erupted like fireworks, and he greeted his fans with a warm smile, strumming his piano with passion. The first notes of "Tiny Dancer" floated into the air, instantly transporting everyone back to a time when the song first touched their hearts. As he sang about love and longing, each note resonated deeply within the audience. People swayed to the music, feeling connected not just to Elton but to each other. In that moment, it felt like time stood still. But somewhere in that joyful sea of faces was a teenage girl sitting alone in the second row. While everyone around her was caught up in the magic of the music, she seemed lost in her own world, a world filled with tears and silent struggles. The contrast between her quiet sorrow and the excitement of the concert created a poignant moment that would soon change everything. Unbeknownst to her, this night was about to become something far more extraordinary than she could ever have imagined. As Elton John poured his heart into the song, "Tiny Dancer," the crowd swayed and sang along, enveloped in the magic of the moment. But while everyone else was caught up in the rhythm and lyrics, Elton's keen eyes scanned the audience. It was then that he noticed her, the teenage girl in the second row, tears streaming down her cheeks, a stark contrast to the joyful atmosphere around her. In that instant, time seemed to freeze. The air was thick with emotion. Laughter and cheers faded away as Elton's compassionate gaze locked onto the girl. The vulnerability in her expression stirred something deep within him. Instead of continuing with the performance as planned, he paused, letting silence fill the space between them. The audience held its breath, sensing that something significant was happening. They could feel the shift in energy. With genuine concern, Elton pointed directly at her and asked softly, "You okay, love?" His voice carried over the crowd like a warm embrace. Her response, a nod paired with a smile that broke through her tears, was a small but powerful moment of connection. It spoke volumes about how music can sometimes mirror our innermost feelings. Feeling inspired by this exchange, Elton decided to reset the scene. He restarted "Tiny Dancer," but this time he sang directly to her, pouring his soul into every note. As he performed, it felt like he was not just singing a song but sharing a heartfelt message meant only for her. The rest of the audience remained silent, captivated by this intimate connection unfolding before them. They became witnesses to an extraordinary moment that transcended mere entertainment. It was a reminder of empathy and shared humanity amidst their collective joy. As the music from "Tiny Dancer" filled the air, Elton noticed the girl's tear-streaked face amid the sea of cheerful smiles. In that moment, his performance transformed from a simple concert to something far more meaningful. Rather than continuing with the song as planned, he made a heartfelt choice to connect with her directly. He paused, his fingers resting on the piano keys, allowing the crowd's energy to shift in response to his sudden stillness. The joyous sounds of the audience faded into a gentle murmur of anticipation. With a compassionate gaze, he turned towards her, and the warmth in his voice cut through the ambient noise as he asked, "You okay, love?" This simple question was loaded with empathy, showing not just an awareness of her sadness but also a genuine desire to reach out and offer comfort. The girl looked up at him, her smile breaking through her tears, transforming her vulnerability into a beacon of connection. That moment bridged the gap between artist and audience. It was no longer just a show but a heartfelt exchange of emotions. Elton's sincerity resonated deeply within everyone present. Feeling inspired by their interaction, Elton decided to restart "Tiny Dancer," this time with her in mind. He sang each verse with added emotion, as if pouring his heart into every note meant for her alone. The crowd held its breath, captivated by this unique bond unfolding before their eyes. In that silence, they shared not just in Elton's music but in the profound understanding that sometimes art can heal and uplift even in moments of sadness. This beautiful exchange reminded everyone that behind the glitz and glamour of stardom lies a human touch, a shared experience of empathy and compassion that transcends words and melodies. As Elton's compassionate question hung in the air, the teenage girl felt a rush of emotions flood over her. For a moment, the world around her faded away, and it was just her and the iconic musician sharing an unexpected connection. She looked up at him, her eyes glistening with tears, and slowly nodded in response. The simple act of acknowledgement felt like a lifeline in that moment of vulnerability. A smile broke through her tears, illuminating her face with a warmth that contrasted sharply with the sadness she had been feeling moments before. It was as if Elton's caring words had lifted a heavy weight off her shoulders, reminding her that she was not alone in her struggle. This small but powerful exchange transformed her pain into something more hopeful, a sense of being seen and understood in a crowded room. As she smiled at him, she could feel the energy of the crowd around her shift. It was no longer just a concert, it was a shared experience that resonated deeply within everyone present. The audience watched with rapt attention, sensing the significance of this moment. They were witnessing something beautiful, a caring artist reaching out to someone who needed it most. Feeling encouraged by her response, Elton resumed singing, "Tiny Dancer," but now each note felt personalized just for her. With every verse he sang, she felt enveloped in his warmth and sincerity. It was as if he was telling her that it was okay to feel sad but also reminding her that joy could still shine through the darkness. In that instant, surrounded by thousands yet feeling utterly special, the girl realized that music has an extraordinary power to heal. Elton's kindness and understanding touched not only her heart but also echoed throughout the entire arena, creating an unforgettable moment of hope and connection for all. As Elton John resumed his performance of Tiny Dancer, the atmosphere in the arena shifted dramatically. The moment was charged with emotion, and the connection he had just established with the girl infused each note with special significance. He looked directly at her, making it clear that this next verse was meant especially for her. With that simple gesture, he created a unique experience not just for the girl but for everyone present. The crowd remained silent, captivated by what they were witnessing. Elton's voice rang out through the venue. Each lyric seemed to carry an extra layer of meaning, echoing in her heart. It was as if he was serenading her, inviting her to embrace both her sadness and her joy. The energy in the room morphed into something truly magical. People swayed gently, some took deep breaths, and others fought back tears themselves as they absorbed the powerful exchange happening on stage. With every line he sang, it became clearer how art can transcend personal struggles and unite people in shared emotions. The teenage girl became not just an audience member but a pivotal part of this collective experience. She felt seen and valued as she listened to Elton pour his heart into each word, turning what could have been a moment of isolation into one of profound connection. As his voice filled the arena, strong yet tender, it resonated deeply within everyone there, reminding them of love, hope, and resilience through music. When Elton completed the verse, a profound silence lingered before applause erupted from all around. This wasn't merely applause for a performance. It was appreciation for humanity's ability to care for one another even in moments of vulnerability. It was a celebration of this extraordinary bond forged between artist and audience, a moment that would linger in their hearts long after the concert concluded. As Elton John continued to sing directly to the teenage girl, the atmosphere in the arena shifted into something almost sacred. The usual vibrant energy of the crowd, filled with cheers and clapping, faded away, leaving behind a profound silence that enveloped the venue. It was as if time had paused, allowing everyone to focus entirely on the moment unfolding before them. In that stillness, a palpable sense of connection filled the air. The audience was completely absorbed, eyes fixed on the stage as they witnessed not just a performance, but a heartfelt exchange between artist and fan. Each note that floated from Elton's piano seemed to echo in their hearts, resonating with shared emotions of empathy and understanding. No one dared to speak or move, they were all united in this moment of vulnerability. The quiet allowed for an intimate atmosphere, where even the softest sounds, a sniffle, a sigh, could be heard, amplifying the emotional weight of what was happening. It was a rare chance for the audience to reflect on their own feelings, recognizing that everyone experiences moments of sadness and longing. In that space, they collectively felt the power of music to mend broken spirits. As Elton poured his heart into the song, the connection between him and the girl became a symbol of hope for all those present. The audience felt as if they were part of something larger than themselves, witnessing a moment that transcended mere entertainment. The silence was filled with unspoken words of encouragement. It was a reminder that kindness and empathy can flourish in the most unexpected circumstances. When Elton finally finished the verse, the silence lingered for just a heartbeat longer before a wave of applause erupted throughout the arena. This wasn't just applause for a performance. It was an outpouring of gratitude for the shared experience, and the reminder that love and compassion can shine brightly even in difficult times. As the final notes of Tiny Dancer approached, a hush fell over the arena, leaving everyone in a state of anticipation. Elton John poured his heart into the concluding lines, his voice rising and falling with an emotional sincerity that touched the depths of everyone present. Each word seemed to echo not only through the venue but also within the hearts of the audience, resonating with themes of love, hope, and resilience. The teenage girl sat transfixed, her earlier tears now replaced by a radiant smile that reflected both relief and joy. In that moment, she felt a sense of belonging and empowerment, a realization that her feelings had been validated by Elton's kindness. Around her, fans remained absorbed in this shared experience, many with misty eyes as they connected with their own emotions stirred by the performance. As Elton wrapped up the final verse, he glanced at the girl once more, sharing a knowing smile that spoke volumes, one filled with compassion and understanding. The connection they had forged was palpable. It was as if time stood still for those few precious moments. The crowd held its breath as he struck the last chord on the piano, allowing it to linger in the air before gently fading away. When silence finally gave way to thunderous applause, it felt like a collective release of pent-up emotion. Cheers erupted from every corner of the arena as people jumped to their feet, clapping wildly for not just the performance they had just witnessed but also for the profound moment of humanity that had unfolded. This chorus of appreciation encompassed gratitude for Elton's sensitivity, and the reminder that music has an incredible power to heal and connect. The teenage girl felt embraced by this wave of support. She was no longer alone. Together with thousands around her, she savored this unforgettable experience, one marked by empathy and transformed sorrow into shared joy that would linger long after the concert lights dimmed. The powerful moment during Elton John's concert in Melbourne serves as a profound reminder of the empathy that can exist within music. Artists like Elton have an incredible ability to connect with their audience, not just through the melodies and lyrics they share, but through small gestures that show genuine care and understanding. In a world where many often feel isolated or unheard, these moments can make all the difference. When Elton paused to address the tearful teenage girl in the audience, he transformed a simple concert into a deeply personal experience. His question, "You okay, love?" was not just a passing remark. It was a heartfelt inquiry that acknowledged her pain and made her feel seen. This kind of connection is what makes live performances unique and impactful. It transcends the stage audience divide, fostering a sense of community among fans who may be facing their own struggles. Music has an extraordinary power to evoke emotions, and when artists express empathy, they create a safe space for fans to explore their feelings. The girl's emotional response to Elton's gesture illustrates how meaningful such interactions can be. She wasn't just listening to a song, she was experiencing a moment of validation and support that resonated within her and the entire audience. In reflecting on the broader impact of empathy in music, it's clear that artists have the capacity to inspire hope and healing through their work. When performers reach out in compassion, they remind us that we are not alone in our experiences. Each song can become a shared journey, where listeners find solace and connection through the universal themes of love and resilience. Ultimately, moments like those at Elton's concert highlight the importance of kindness in artistic expression. They encourage both artists and fans to embrace vulnerability, fostering a deeper understanding of one another and creating lasting memories that extend far beyond the music itself. The intimate moment during Elton John's concert had a ripple effect, influencing not only the tearful girl but also everyone else in attendance. As he sang directly to her, it became evident that the bond created between artist and fan resonated beyond their individual experience. People throughout the arena found themselves reflecting on their own emotions, discovering a shared sense of vulnerability and understanding. For many in the crowd, witnessing this heartfelt exchange was a powerful reminder of their connectedness as human beings. In a world where feelings can often be concealed behind smiles and bravado, Elton's demonstration of compassion opened up pathways for attendees to connect with one another on a deeper level. When the applause erupted after the song, it was not merely for the performance. It was an acknowledgement of shared experiences, collective struggles, and triumphs over pain. This moment fostered a sense of community, as individuals began to realize that they were all part of something greater than themselves. Conversations sparked among fans as they discussed their own feelings and life challenges, further strengthening the bonds formed that night. The atmosphere shifted from one focused solely on entertainment to a space rich with empathy, where personal stories could be shared and understood. Elton's caring gesture transcended the confines of the stage. It inspired many in the audience to express kindness and compassion in their daily lives. Such moments remind us that artists have the power to spark change and encourage empathy through their art. The emotional response elicited during that concert became a lasting memory for many, serving as a reminder of the importance of connecting with others in times of joy and sorrow alike. Ultimately, Elton's heartfelt interaction exemplified how music and empathy can inspire individuals to feel seen, heard, and understood. This profound experience at the concert likely left an indelible mark on all who witnessed it, a testament to the enriching power of human connection through music. The unforgettable moment during Elton John's concert in Melbourne highlights the incredible power of music to forge emotional connections and remind us of our shared humanity. When he paused his performance to reach out to a tearful girl in the audience, it became clear that music transcends mere entertainment. It serves as a vehicle for compassion and understanding. Through his simple yet profound gesture, Elton illuminated the ability of artists to touch lives in ways that extend beyond their songs. Such moments reveal how music can create safe spaces for vulnerability, allowing individuals to express their emotions and connect with others who may be experiencing similar feelings. The silence that enveloped the arena while Elton sang directly to the girl showcased how deeply people can feel when they witness acts of kindness and empathy. They were reminded that we all face struggles, and these shared experiences can foster a sense of community among those who might otherwise feel isolated. As the concert concluded with applause not only for Elton's musical talent but also for his heartfelt connection with the audience, it served as a collective acknowledgement of the emotional journey they had all undertaken together. This atmosphere of unity reinforced the idea that no one is truly alone in their feelings. Music has a remarkable way of bringing people together, bridging gaps between individual experiences. Ultimately, moments like these underscore the essential role that artists play in our lives. They have the capacity to inspire hope, promote healing, and encourage empathy through their craft. As we reflect on this powerful interaction at Elton's concert, we are reminded of our shared humanity, a reminder that resonates long after the final note is played. In a world often marked by division, such connections through music are invaluable treasures we should cherish and strive to cultivate in our daily lives.